It's Alea Antoine. You're listening to Tease Podcast.
Everyone loves a tease. Stop.
But don't get too excited. And I was hit with some very shocking news. On my birthday, on my freaking birthday, I found out who my biological dad is. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tease Podcast. Happy Tuesday, bitches. Guys, I feel like it has been so long since not only have we done a solo episode, but an episode in general, and I want to first apologize for the hiatus. Life has been... Well, we will be getting into that, and then at the end you can say, now I see what's been going on. But I have missed you guys so much. We've had so many guests on, which has been so fun. Like when I first made Tease, like I've always done this as a solo podcast, never had a co-host or anything. And honestly, I love doing guest episodes, and I think having a co-host could be so fun. I just don't trust people, so I don't do it. But having like my friends and everything on and people that I meet throughout life has really like filled in that gap. And honestly, to me, it makes it more exciting than doing like the same two people over and over and over again. You know, guys, I have been going through an emotional roller coaster. I'm trying to figure out where to even start with this. First of all, I turned 24. Happy Aries season. I am an Aries. My birthday was March 27th, and I turned 24 years old, which honestly, it feels a lot older than I thought that it would. When I was 23, there were a lot of times, honestly, where I would lie and say that I was 24. And yes, I know, I'm way too old to be lying about my age and making it older, but I just felt like people would take me more seriously at 24. And now I see why people took me more seriously, because 24, like, I feel old. I feel like an unk in training. Like, I'm not that old, but damn. And I thought that 23 was hard, but I feel like 24 has been teaching me a lot. And I didn't even get any peace on my birthday. So let's rewind to what's been going on. We've had all of our guests on, but a lot has been going on behind the scenes. Me and Kai are looking at houses, which is so exciting. Like, I have always wanted to own my own home. I grew up in like apartments. Like I had a house until I was like, I think like third grade, fourth grade, something like that. And then for the majority of my life, I grew up in apartments. And then when my parents moved into a house my senior year of high school, like I was already moving out. You know what I mean? And I am so excited to like own something and have something. Like I am someone who has moved, I think 12 times, and I'm so excited to have like some sort of stability in my life. Like I feel like as much as I love being like spontaneous and doing whatever I want, it's kind of hard to be super spontaneous when like your foundation at home isn't right. And it's crazy because like literally a year ago today in Vegas was so different. Like I feel like my life has done a full 180. I was hit with some very shocking news. I on my birthday, on my freaking birthday, I found out who my biological dad is. And yes, I don't think that I talk about my life, but I don't talk about like my like at home life, my family life, my past life. Like that's just not something that I talk about. Like I don't even talk about my family with my family. Like I don't think I'm a quiet or like mysterious person. I've always wanted to be mysterious, but I have like this weird emotional wall to where like I am such an open book, but then there's like that one point that I'm like, okay, we are not going past this line. Like I am the type of person, I don't feel comfortable like crying around people. I don't feel comfortable like getting emotional. I don't feel comfortable asking for help. I don't know. One, it's that like people are disappointing. Two, it's that like I like to not seem like I'm in a weak position. Maybe it's also because I'm an Aries. I feel much more comfortable with like anger and rage and fun and crazy, and like I'm way better with those heightened emotions than I am with like some melancholy vulnerable type shit. You know what I mean? So It turns out, guys, that I am actually the oldest of six freaking kids. I So growing up, it was just me, my mom, my grandma, and the rest of my family. And now I have a stepdad and I have some little siblings and everything. And I always knew that it was a possibility that I could have other siblings through like my biological dad's side, but like I knew nothing about him. Like I think the only thing I knew was his name because my grandma slipped up and told me. Like I knew nothing, and like I'm the type of person to where like what is it called? There's like a psychological thing to where, oh, object permanence. Because I couldn't see him, like it just wasn't something that like really affected me too hard. I think like something happened in elementary school with like some teasing about that, and ever since then I like just shut that part down to myself, which is like this is not supposed to be a sad or like pity podcast. This is supposed to be some entertaining ass shit. I'm honestly more mad that all this is going down and I'm not on reality TV. Like, Andy Cohen, come on, I got some content for you. It's crazy because I had always told myself like I'm not gonna really like do the hunt for him unless like maybe like I'm on a platform or like I'm on a reality TV show and I need a good storyline. That's when I'll open up that can of worms. That was like my plan, which shows how delulu I am that I actually made that a realistic plan. I was like, this is perfectly sane. So, like, I never knew who he was, only knew the name, didn't really know that much. Knew he was Caribbean, and that's how I know that I am Caribbean. It turns out that that was accurate, and I'm actually 50% Trini. So that makes me a bad gal. If y'all see gal in my Instagram bio, just know it's because I found my dad. But I always knew it was a possibility, but it was never something that like I dove into, especially because like I feel like my life, like I'm always doing something new. I'm always like starting a new job, leaving an old job, like doing the podcast. Like I don't really rest and just like take a second to like evaluate that we are just humans on a rock. And this is how it all went down. So it's my birthday. I got this new job that I honestly was not really feeling. You know what sucks the most is when you're so excited for a new job and you're like, yeah, I'm ready to go. It's at a pool. You guys know I've been saying I want to work at a pool. And then you start at that place and you're like, oh shit, this is not what I expected. There's nothing worse than like wanting a job, being so excited, getting that job, and then realizing that you would have been better off had you never got it. I think that sometimes you just need to like touch the fire and like know for yourself. My friend always tells me, she's like, never idolize what anyone's doing, never idolize their jobs because you don't know how they got there, what it's like there, what's the environment like. You may not be willing to do the things that that person's willing to do for just that one position, and it may not even be all it's cut out to be. So I learned that. So I was starting a new job. I was already really annoyed because we were opening up the pool on my birthday weekend, which like I have had such a long history of bad birthdays that like I really was looking at this birthday as a fresh start. You know what I mean? I was like, this birthday, setting it all aside. Like I feel like a lot of times what happens is I have a good birthday, bad birthday, good birthday, bad birthday. And I finally feel like I'm at a place to where like I have people in my life that not only do I like them, but it's a healthy relationship. Like I have so many healthy friendships. I have friends I actually look up to. I have girls that like I trust, you know what I mean? Like this is the first time I've had a friendship where like this is gonna sound so mean, but these are some of the first friendships I've had where I don't like look down on the other person or I don't like pity the other person. Like I feel like so many of us, especially girls, like we have so many friendships because we're like, but you know, they're just a little baby and I want to help them out and I know that they have all this potential, da 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 da. Girl, the girl is 25, like you're not her mom. Like stop trying to take out your boob and like be a mom to everyone, you know what I mean? Like we are not breastfeeding our friends, you know? And this is like the first one in my life where like I look at my friends and I'm like, I have so much to learn from you and you are so cool, you're so interesting. And it's the first time I've had friends in my life where I genuinely want their advice and listen to their advice. All my life I've been called a know-it-all and that like I don't like listening to advice. And now I think that I'm learning that's not true. I'm thinking that there's just a lot of times in my life where like I have not gotten advice from people that I respect. Like, and it doesn't matter how old you are. Like if you were a teacher of mine, but I know that like you ain't shit, like I'm not gonna respect your opinion. And I realized I always thought, because everyone's always telling me you're a bad listener, you're selfish, da da da. I always thought those things were true. And I think the thing about turning into your 20s and like being away from like home and family and people that knew you when you were like 9 years old is that you kind of learn that a lot of the personality traits that people said that you were or that you presented is not actually how you are. Like some of you guys may have been called like quiet and like you're not socializing, and then all of a sudden you're out of the house with your friends and all you do is socialize and talk, and you're actually an extrovert if you're in the right environment. So this is like the first time I've had friends where I like take their advice, which has been so good for me. I feel like my life has leveled up so much since being able to not only listen to other people, but just like learn and like shut my mouth and listen to other people's. Like it has been a huge learning lesson, or just the fact that it's good advice. Like, you know, when you take someone's advice and you're like, why would I listen to them? Like, I don't really have that. So anyways, I was really excited for this birthday. I planned the whole weekend. We were going to do a girl comp, which is like free dinner, free section, a birthday one too. We're going to go to Hakkasan nightclub. I have to admit, it's so cool that like living in Vegas, you get to say like, this is a casual birthday. So I was like, we're going to go to Hakkasan. We're going to get dinner, we're gonna get drinks, and then we're gonna go to the club after, and we're gonna get a party bus. And we're gonna get a party bus with a pole. We're gonna get a party bus with a pole, because if you tell me I'm going in a party bus and there's no pole, that's not a party bus, that's a limo. That is a sprinter. Like, I feel like for a party bus to be a party bus, there has to be a party on it. So I was like, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do that. And then on the Sunday of my birthday, we're gonna go to a day club and we're all gonna like drink in our bikinis, listening to a DJ. And it's gonna be so much fun. And then I also planned a birthday photo shoot. Guys, this is my first ever birthday photo shoot, and I see why y'all do this. They be having you feeling yourself. Like I always say, you will never be as beautiful, hot, sexy, gorgeous as you are on your birthday. Like one thing about your birthday is like the makeup always eats, your facials always eats. I don't know what it is. It's a special glow that you only get on your birthday. I think that's why people like, have you noticed that the only thing that we're pretty honest about as humans is saying when it's our birthday? Like a lot of us don't like lying about it being our birthday. And I think it's because there's this special glow that comes, and when it's not someone's birthday, like you just know like it's not your birthday. You don't have the glow anymore, you know? So I did like a whole Y2K Barbie. The theme was like slutty, drunk Barbie pink aesthetic vibes for my birthday photo shoot. Guys, you have to go look at the photos because I actually think I nailed it. Like, this is my first time actually like doing any stylized photo shoot. Like, I was actually stressing out. It's actually horrible how much I was stressing out. You would think this was gonna go in like some big magazine and was gonna be published, or I have like millions of followers and everyone's gonna judge me. No, but in my mind, that's how I'm living. So I was on Pinterest forever. I got a custom cake. I got the outfit. I got the heels. They were pleasers, so that was really cute. It was all pink. It was such a vibe, and I was so excited to post them. I got my makeup done for once. I had not gotten my makeup done since I was like a senior in high school. Last time I got my makeup done, I was a senior in high school, and it was for my senior photos because I got picked to be like a senior model. Does everywhere have that, or is that a Texas thing? Like in Texas, every year like seniors from high school take like these really cool pictures, and I think you do it like your junior year going into your senior year because it's supposed to be like the pictures you use for all your grad stuff. And I remember I was so excited that I got picked because you get like all this complimentary stuff. You get to be posted here and there. First, the lady that was doing my makeup turned me gray. Like, that is the problem, especially if you have like a darker skin tone like me. Like, getting your makeup done is risky. Like, some makeup artists may eat down, but that doesn't mean she'll do good on you. It's the same with people with curly hair, you know what I mean? Like, just because someone's good with doing hair doesn't mean they can do your curls. So I ended up finding like this amazing makeup artist. she did Simone Biles makeup. I got my makeup done by the same girl who did Simone Biles makeup. Guys, I'm retiring. Her name is Makeup by Angela. She's so good. It's crazy because like when I never did a birthday photo shoot before because like where I used to live, like there's also just like not people that I wanted to do it with. Like I liked the photographer. I liked the girl who made the cakes. Like it's just Vegas just like has all the aesthetic things that I would want. And so it was perfect. And so I get my makeup done, and I was already so much happier, especially because I got to keep these photos. Because when I was a senior model, like I said, my parents would not pay for the photos. So literally in my phone, I have like screenshots of them with the watermark because like they never went anywhere because they never got them. So that was like really traumatic. So I feel like this like healed a part of my soul. Maybe that's the whole reason why my life is going the way it is that like I'm healing pieces of my soul that I thought that I was done with therapy with. So I did my birthday photo shoot. That was great. And we have like this never ending training at this job. And I'm like, hey, it's my birthday this weekend. Can I get this day off? And apparently that was not able to happen. Apparently there was no availability for that. So I moved around a lot of my plans, canceled my whole birthday thing on Sunday, and I only had the Thursday. And that was horrible because I'm like already in a bad mood about that now. Then I find out that a lot of the other girls who are working there at that same time, new hires too, all get to come in late, leave early, get this day off, get that day off. And I'm like, oh my God, it's happening again. Like, I get that there's favoritism in the workplace, but like, damn, like, make it a little less obvious. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's honestly insane, like, the things that go on in the workplaces in Vegas, hospitality industry. Like, I thought that Texas was bad. I thought that maybe Seattle had its quirks. Like, I have never seen such like blatant inequality than I do in this city. It's crazy. It's like there's so many things to love about Vegas. That industry is not one of the things to love. That is one of the prices you must pay, unfortunately, for living here, I think. So I'm so excited. And I'm trying not to let this get me down. Like, I'm already kind of crashing out because I'm like, I don't even really like it here that much. Now I'm canceling my birthday. And like, there's just so much bad juju around, like, I feel like canceling a birthday for a job. I don't know why, but it just feels like very, like, capitalist, throw away your life, sell your soul to capitalism. That's kind of how it felt to me. Like, it's like, why don't I just go ahead and make a tune for myself in the workplace? You know what I mean? And not only that, but on my way to my first day of work, I get a ticket. A ticket from a cop, a motorcycle cop. You know how embarrassing that is? I got the ticket literally 2 minutes away from like being at my job. And that's when honestly I should have left on that spot. I should have left instead of like waiting out to know how much I was gonna hate it. Nevertheless, stuck it out, have my birthday. It's great. We had like the pole for the party bus. We went out. I had so much champagne. I'm a champagne girl. I just feel like, I don't know, I don't feel guilty the next day. Like if I have tequila and then I wake up the next day with like a bubbly stomach, I hate myself. But I have champagne when I wake up the next day, I'm like, I was really healthy last night. I don't want to hear any facts about whether that is true or untrue. But it was a lot of fun. We went to the strip club after, which was great. Well, actually, no, it wasn't great. But it was a time. While all of this for my birthday is going on, the party bus, the champagne, all this stuff, the hour before I go to my birthday, I get a text on Instagram DMs from this random guy, and it says, "Hey, Alea, is your mom so and so? If so, I may be your uncle." And I'm like, and I send a screenshot to Kai. This was on the Thursday before, the same day as the party bus, all that. I send a screenshot to Kai, and I say, I don't even want to deal with this until after I celebrate my birthday. Like, I cannot. So all that happens, Thursday happens, we could do the Hakkasan, we do the dinner, all that goes. I had great time. I wake up that Friday morning with the worst hangover ever, you know what I mean? And Friday is my actual birthday. So like I was doing a whole night before into the morning. Friday is my actual birthday. And I decide to respond to this text and I say, would you be my uncle on my mom's side or my dad's side? The guy responds and is like, on your dad's side. and says the name of my dad. And my response was literally, damn, dot, dot, dot. Because, like, what the fuck do you say? Like, this is on Instagram DMs. Like, it's my birthday. I'm hungover. I just turned 24. I have this job that's, like, looming in the back of my head that I gave up the rest of my plans for. And I'm like, oh my God, like, what is 24? Like, what is in the air that this is happening on my 24th birthday? Like, on the actual damn day? Like, this doesn't happen to people. Like, this is a skit. Whoever's controlling my stim, is that what it's called? My sim? This is a skit. So I call my grandma, call my mom, and my whole family is like in a fizzy because they're trying to tell me happy birthday while also being like, hey, I heard about this, and I have to hear the whole backstory. Like, when I tell you I knew nothing about even the backstory between like my mom and him, like I knew nothing. I find that out all on a 2-hour phone call with my mom, heart to heart, which like it was great, and this has all been great, but like I definitely I'm I I'm in the best mental state that I've ever been in my life, but there was still room for improvement. Like, if this would happen 2 days later, I think that would have been a lot better than the day of. So then I tell the guy, I'm like, hey, well, he's welcome to reach out to me if he'd like. And in the meantime, of course, I'm going through this guy's followers to try to find this guy who he says is my father. Like, whatever. So then the next day, that Saturday, I see in my Instagram DMs this like long text from my biological dad. It was very sweet, but like on Instagram, like it's like, what the actual hell? And my impulsive Aries ass, like, I wasn't gonna wait a couple of days to like sit on this. I was like, no, like, let's FaceTime now. So we hop on like a 3-hour FaceTime call, and that's how I met my dad. We did a 3-hour FaceTime call. I found out a lot. It's weird. I have this weird thing to where like I'm a little scared of myself because I haven't cried, I haven't gotten emotional. I feel like I'm like emotionally numb. I don't know. I'm like still in a state of shock, I feel like, slash slight identity crisis. Like I feel like it's just one of those things where there's so many thoughts that are going through your head. Like, on one hand, like, this is amazing. I've always wanted this to happen. I have great grandparents that are still alive. I have uncles and aunts and brothers and sisters. I'm the oldest of 6 kids total, which, like, this only goes to show that, once again, being the oldest, especially the oldest girl, fucking sucks. Like, I would not wish being the oldest girl on anyone. But then again, a lot of my friends are the oldest girls. So maybe that's why we have like a really good trauma bond together. maybe I wouldn't be able to have the friends that I do if I wasn't in this type of positions. So I have siblings, I have like cousins and all this stuff. I have a country that I'm from. Like, I'm literally half Caribbean, I'm Trinidadian, and like I found out, you know what was really validating? I am mixed, but I am not mixed race. I am only mixed ethnicity, and that was very amazing to hear because my mom's Creole, but they're like Black American. So like you can't really say like a country that we come from because it's like American. So it's really cool. Like, if I wanted to put a flag in my bio, maybe I could. Is this why people be acting up when they're from like an actual country? Like, that's why everyone be losing their mind. I'm gonna put gallon and a flag and everything. So like there's all these positives, and like I have just like been in this state of being like, I think I'm hitting 24 and I have like a weird like existential crisis because I'm like, I need to love everyone that I could possibly love as hard as I can because you never know when you're going to lose people. And I always feel for like, I mean, I know that my story or like this situation isn't like super unique. I know a lot of kids go through this, and sometimes people find out who their parent is when it's like way too late. You know what I mean? So on that end, like, I'm very blessed. But then on the other end, like, there's like this bitterness because it's like, where have you been? You have this whole life. You're a nice person and everyone around you loves you. And where do I fit into that? Why haven't I fit into that? Like, how were you able to like not talk to me for like all this time? You know what I mean? Like, how are there other kids? You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely weird, especially because like all my siblings are half siblings. Like as much as I like whatever, I feel like I'm on an island alone because I don't have any like full-blooded siblings. It's like, okay, so every single one of my siblings has a mom and a dad. Okay, cool. Fuck me, I guess. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of how it feels. And so like I have definitely been like going back and forth with this. Dude, it's just so crazy. And like even the backstory I think was even crazier because at the same time I want to give grace because you know, they were young when they had me. They're like 17, 18, you know what I mean? It was like on some poetic justice like 90s love story, and my mom was like suburban black girl, like he's like this like guy that's like da, 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 you know what I mean, does DJing and all this stuff. So like I mean it definitely gives me a lot of lore, but like it also gives me guys, I thought I was done with therapy for a while. I honestly told myself I am not going back to therapy until I'm like 30. Like I was like, I need a break. I did it in and out of therapy in my young 20s, even though I'm still a young spring chicken. I did it in my younger 20s, and I thought I could take a break. I thought so. Maybe this podcast is my therapy. But yeah, and so kind of what has been happening is I was supposed to have a solo episode originally, which I still did, but I was supposed to record for I think like on my the week before my birthday, and then all that stuff with the job happened. Then I was supposed to record right before my birthday or like right after I think I was going to do. And then I got that message, and then I was supposed to record another time, which was yesterday. And then I end up no longer being at the place that I was working at while also getting approved for a house at the same day. Like it was crazy. Like I literally was like, you know, like guys, you know, like when you're praying like in deep desperation, you know, when your eyes are closed and you're talking out loud type of prayer, like you're in it. This isn't like, oh, I'm praying in my head, da 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 da, and I'm like busy and like doing these things. Like, no, I am sitting down, closing my eyes, talking to the Lord above. Like I was doing that, like, give me guidance, like, please, what the hell is going on in my tsunami of a life? And then I get the call that I won't be there anymore, and it's like, okay, is this a blessing, is this a curse, is this like the angels guiding me? Like I don't know, guys, I don't know the answers to any of this shit, but I hope that my mess can be at least entertaining for the podcast. I mean, this is what the podcast is all about, right? Like you go through these random quote unquote unique scenarios in your life, and then someone's listening and either they get a break from their bullshit in their life or they get the opposite, which is like, oh my God, I completely relate. So it was my duty to tell you guys all of this stuff, but that's kind of what has been going on behind the scenes. Like I was so proud of myself because I was like, I'm being consistent, I'm getting this done, I feel like a boss bitch. And yeah, that has been that has been the update, which is pretty crazy. I mean, I will let you guys know more as I go. I think this summer is definitely going to be one for the books. Um I mean, I just can't imagine what else could possibly unfold. Like what else could possibly unfold? Like it's just so crazy. I was with my neighbor at the pool yesterday, and we're just like drinking Chardonnay, like just downing the bottle. And I'm like, dude, like, can you believe this? And it's funny because like I feel like I have like a very nonchalant tone when I tell this story, and all my friends are like, Alea, what? What? How do you feel? Da da da. And I'm like, I'm good. It's so crazy. Maybe I need to get that checked out. But does anyone else just feel like you're like a very like extrovert, emotional, like you're like that person that feels everything, but when it comes to the serious shit that you should have a quote unquote reaction for, you're just kind of frozen and you're like, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Literally, I felt like with like those skater guys and they're like, dude, that's crazy. Like a frat boy. Like, man, that's fucking wild. But you know what? I'm choosing to be optimistic, and I'm choosing to believe that that happening on my birthday was actually like the best birthday gift I've ever been given, especially because I just felt so spoiled also on this birthday. Like, Kai got me so many birthday gifts, and like, I don't know, it just meant so much to me because like I always see those hauls that people have on like Christmas and their birthdays, and like their family and their friends get them all these fucking gifts, and I've like never been that person. And it was, or like, okay, I was that person, but it was like when I was a kid. Like, it's like once you turn 18, like, don't be hitting me up for presents type shit. But like I felt like a kid. Like I was like, oh my God, I am getting presents for my birthday. Like my friends are going out with me. We're having dinner. I talked to my dad, I guess, for the first time ever on a birthday. So you never know. Like maybe this is like gonna start a new leaf, a new change. It's kind of weird though, because my whole personality, my whole identity has been that like men do not matter to me. They're so decentered in my life. Like I could give two fucks about a man. And it's kind of weird. Like I'm like, this is kind of like killing my like little like identity that I built for myself, because there's a lot of things like my mom's side of the family, they're quiet, they're introverted, they're like these little like petite, nice, demure people. And I've always been like the firecracker. I like dressing the way I want. I live in Vegas for fuck's sake. Like I do what I want. Like I used to, it's so crazy. I used to always think that these things were unique and I was just like the black sheep or the oddball out. And then I'm talking to my dad and I'm finding out that all of these extra personality traits are actually from his side, from my Trinidadian side. Like that's where it actually comes from. And that's just crazy. Like it's this like weird identity shift of like I'm not just like some lone particle in the world that has like made myself who I am. Like these are actually some inherited traits. And like even when I was talking to him, like he like is very like charismatic and everything, and like my family does not like small talk. Like I come from like with my mom's side like military background. Like they're like not really good to like be like doing small talk. Like they're just like, you know what I mean, like it's normal, it's southern, it's like all that. And like he's charismatic and he's talking and he has expressions and it's so crazy. And then he said this thing, he was like, yeah, when I was younger, I used to always have the attitude of, I'm not going to do things I don't like to do. If I'm not interested, I'm not doing it. And it's so crazy because, like, I don't know if I've said it on the podcast before, but I know I say it in, like, my day-to-day life, and I always tell Kai, like, I don't do things I don't like to do. Like, I don't do things I don't like to do. I was always really smart, but I didn't do science or math going forward because I don't like it. Like, I just don't do things I don't like to do. I don't believe in keeping a job that you don't like. Like, I feel like you only have 100 years max on this earth. Why waste it doing something that you don't like? Not only that, but I know that I can either have the best attitude or the absolute most soul-sucking worst attitude, and I choose to present myself in a positive light. Well, guys, that is the debrief. Is your head spinning? Because mine is. Oh my gosh, but all in all, I'm excited to see where the heck life is taking all of us teasers. Because, guys, I don't know. I am not guiding this ship. We are all just passengers on this carnival cruise boat we call life. But I am so happy that we did this episode. I am so sorry for the delay. I was going through things, but Tease will be back up and consistent. I mean, at least like now that I know who my dad is, I don't have to worry about that happening again. And it's going to be all smooth sailing from here. And that is what I choose to say. Guys, I actually have so many more updates for you, but I now just feel like I should never announce things until after I find them out. So I will keep y'all updated. We will have more guests and we will have more solo episodes. And honestly, Tease in this podcast is like my passion. You guys are my passion. And I love you guys. I love you guys so much as a teasers. Like, even when I feel so embarrassed to like post these episodes and I'm like, no one listens, like then the teasers, you guys that do listen, tell me. And yeah, I'm just really thankful. And yeah, I think that's all I have, guys. Sorry if I'm a little awkward today. I just had an identity crisis. Well, that is all that I have for you guys this week. Please be sure to follow the podcast on Instagram at Tease Pod, at Tease Podcast on everything else. I'm at Alea Antoine. Rate 5 stars on Spotify and Apple. Give me that special birthday gift and please rate it 5 stars. Subscribe on YouTube. Write in your questions, stories, advice, and the link in the description. And I will see you teasers next Tease Tuesday. I love you guys.